do you have a favourite word?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Not surprising.
Sorry, that was 2 words.
Yes.
Sorry.
For Tom Reid Wilson, it would be hard to pick just one. The theatre performer turned TV star has gone viral time and time again, diving deep into the English language.
Here's a delicious US word. Hiney. Hiney, meaning buttocks. And it comes from the older, ever so slightly more formal, hinder, which was a great synonym for posterior. And this bending of hinder happened in about 1921 and then grew exponentially. So if you were in the US, to use it metaphorically and literally, you could crack the following kind of a joke. What do loud masticators and sitting on a bee have in common? They are both pains in the hiney. Hiney. Mother hen wink.
With a wink and a nudge, Tom's sharing the delights of speech with millions online, and now he's taking the show on the road, travelling the UK with his live event, The A to Z of Me. Hiya, Tom, live out of London. Nice to see you.
Hello. I'm bewitched by you both. I'm so dotty about all things Southern Hemispheric. I can't tell you.
So where did this love of words come from for you?
Oh, well, I was very, very lucky to grow up at the hip of an English teacher who is happily still with us, although he's retired as an English teacher. And I have a vivid memory around Christmas time when I was about 7 or 8. We went Christmas shopping and there was the most beautiful window display. And my dad stopped in his tracks and said, "What a pretty window display. Window, Vander Auge, from the Dutch, the wind's eye. Nothing to do with glass, all to do with how the breeze hops in and out of the holes in buildings." And I thought, my goodness, even in tiny words, there's a great story. And I found that etymological wrestling and musing so thrilling, and it's something I have persisted with Sproglets in my life, and then words as delicious synonyms too, because that's another thing that he does. If I see him for lunch, he'll say, "Oh, Sonny Jim, this was heaven, but it was too short-lived, transient, fleeting, ephemeral," and it will just go on and on. And it's because he so delights in kind of chewing on words, you know.
And that's and this, you find yourself doing this now. Do any of you? What's your favourite? What are some of your favourite words? What rises to the top of your list?
I frequently borrow from you. I think the Australian lexical rabbit hole is one I can't ever climb out of. I mean, I've started to say, instead of saying I'm broody, which I constantly am, I borrow your clucky, like a kind of great mother hen in waiting. And I frequently, if I see something very toothsome in a cafe, I say, I'd like to wrap my laughing gear around that.
We know exactly what you're talking about.
And the other one that I've used a great deal lately, because we've had a tremendous heat wave in London, I don't know if you know, but as a consequence, I'm frequently saying to chums, "I'm sorry, guys, my mouth's as dry as a dead dingo's donger."
Very good. You're embarking on a live tour. What can people expect from your show?
Oh, well, it's called The A to Z of Me. And I use the alphabet as pegs, really, to kind of hang my bunting on. And each letter is ascribed a word that then could tumble into a poem or an anecdote, or, as you say, an etymological study, or even a tap dance or a song. I have a whole medley that migrates from croissant to moon via the French croissant de lune, which is crescent moon in French. So you'd never think that you'd go from pastry to the astral plane, but that's what etymology can do for one.
We've heard that you've got a pretty good Australian accent, and we've heard just a taste of it there. We did want to test your knowledge, didn't we, Larry?
Yeah. So we're going to read you an Australian slang word or phrase, and you try and give the definition. But you got to do it. What a doozy! You got to do it in your best Aussie accent. Okay, we got a deal.
Right.
Okay.
It's pretty tough.
Unequivocal deal.
Okay, here we go. What does dunny mean?
Oh, well, I've actually used a dunny when I've had a bowel movement when I was in the Australian bush, and that is a loo.
Very good. Okay, what about fair dinkum? You would have heard that for sure.
Fair dinkum is perhaps my favourite of all, and it has to be sort of, it's all going great. It's fantastic.
What about struth?
Struth is an exclamation of slight exasperation, I would say.
Yes,
Is that
yeah, that's
more
right.
or less right?
That's
Yeah, like something happened. Oh, struth.
Right.
Yeah, fantastic.
I'll do the head too.
Struth.
Yeah, that's right.
Struth.
And what about hard yakka? If something is hard yakka.
Christmas, you got me.
Ooh.
But I tell you what, as soon as I learn, I'm scribbling it down, pinching it for word of the day.
Yes, hard
it's
yakka.
gotta be hard. It's gotta be the word of the day.
Describe it, Larry. It's like if you're doing a really hard job, like maybe out digging a ditch or something. It'd be
Or
really
hosting a morning TV show.
No.
It's hard yakka.
No, that's definitely not hard yakka.
Some Herculean Sisyphean task.
Exactly, and I don't mean to be a pain in the hiney either, but that's good explanation. Tom, lovely to see you. Thank you.